Excruciating. Nothing short of excruciating. I already can't wait until this stream ends so I can do the members only stream, fellas. This stream may be a little bit shorter. Oh, I can't wait until after this. The level of compartmentalization happening. You really grow into it. Oh boy, did I make the Groypers cranky, and boy, oh boy, do I have something for you. But this stream's not about the Groypers yet. That's going to be after. That's going to be members only. And that's going to be very special. But right now, we're going to be talking about Vrillium. He likes to dabble with the Groypers, but he's not a Groyper. He just, gives like $50 at a time to Nick Fuentes, wants his adoration, wants his clout, talks to Groypers. As soon as he was done with the America First United event, he talked to Beardson, one of the most prominent Groypers. Oh, it's painful. But let's start us off with this so far. The voting for Democrats thing is not a new thing. This is from Vrillium, I think on February 19th.
We've got a better chance of turning the DNC back into the white man's party. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it a shot. That's why I'm using the end of this video to announce that I personally will be placing a sizable amount of my own money into the Democrat Party in the form of like social ad campaigns. When the midterms come, I'm going to find out like who's running for Democrat in my area. And I, Vrillium Live, okay? The dirtbag nationalist, the avowed anti-Israel, whatever.
You're going to hear at some point Beardson being like, you're not a dirtbag. You wear Aeropostale. That's for after the stream and the members only.
Whatever you want to call me. I will be full on publicly endorsing and publicly campaigning.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing this. Ellis.
Campaigning for them. I don't know who they are. I don't even think it's been announced. I don't fucking care. Not only am I going to do it, I am going to contact them and offer them the full breadth and width of my production company, all of my editing, all of my motion graphics, all of my camera gear, everything that I have, I am going to offer to a DNC candidate. Don't let anyone else tell you there's another explanation for me doing it. It is only because of these two simple words. Fuck you.
Some could view that as accelerationist. And then someone says, Billy Sexton here. Hey, I know a couple of years back I was a cross-dressing homosexual communist BLM proponent and a supporter of the Democrat Party, but since finding Christ now, I'm a base trad orthodox racist nationalist, and here's why you should support the Democrat Party. Oh, I thought that was kind of funny. We also have something pretty delusional from Elijah Schaffer, which is to be expected. Seems like he's going to be planning an event. Possibly, we'll see what happens here.
Also, guys, we're having a conference here, so you guys know. You guys will have a chance for tickets. They will cost money. That we're doing a White is Right conference at my friend's ranch. That one that I was at, this 3,000 acres. We're doing a day here today. That we're doing basically Nick Fuentes, Arval, Jake Shields, myself, Hermes, that guy from the other white movement, all these people.
Nick Fuentes and Eric Arval and other white nationalist guys with movements are going to be there. Nick Fuentes, according to Elijah Schaffer, is going to have an event with Eric Arval. Interesting. This guy's not crazy at all.
We're going to be doing like a video conference from this house. The people are going to be able to come join, and then we're going to do a big party and a live event on my friend's private property. Only like real niggas can come. And it's going to be like our own little CPAC that we're going to be doing later in the next few months.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm a dog shit atheist. That guy says Christ is king, so I automatically lose that battle. Just to lube us up right now. Now, this was meant to antagonize the Groypers that I've been dealing with today. If you follow me on X, don't. Good luck. So I said not black and gay enough to be America First, showing Rachel Wilson, showing the happy relationship that she's in with Andrew Wilson. I am very much in the Crucible camp, I would say. We have Mullet Groiper. LMFAO, yes, the guy who openly said he's not a white advocate is totally America first. Just say it with your chest, bro. You hate Nick. Now, I love this. What do me and Fist cover all the time on Ardy and Fist every Tuesday and Friday? What do the Moos always say? You hate us! What do the Groipers say? Just admit it. Just admit it. You hate Nick. Just admit it. You hate him. Completely moo tactic from the Groipers. That's all they have. They get unlimited respawns. They can be wrong as many times as they want in a row. No shame in being incorrect. Not a very truth-following people, because you have to follow whatever Nick Fuentes says. It's a sad life, honestly. You know, this clearly shows that I hate Nick Fuentes, right? I love the idea that if I see a Nick Fuentes clip that's like 30 seconds, oh, that's just a clip. You need to watch like the full stream. Me and Fish show clips of Nick Fuentes for 5-7 minutes at a time on stream. That doesn't matter. I have to watch a whole 2.5 hour stream, 3 hour stream of Nick Fuentes. Then I get it. Do they have to watch any of my content on Nick Fuentes? Of course not. Of course not. And they're just going to be wrong. Just unlimitedly wrong. I love being right and how they're wrong. The Moos are right. We hate what they stand for. See? You see the pivot? We don't hate them. We hate what they stand for. And of course, I have to hate Nick Fuentes. I have to hate him. I can't criticize this movement at all whatsoever. A little more antagonization for Homeboy. Shut up before I make an example out of you. He's then going to run and tell his friends, probably repost it, which he did. Oh no, don't do that. And then I'm a motionless chud when what is his motion aside from just retweeting, reposting, whatever Nick Fuentes says. It's just over and over again. But that's going to be afterwards. Now back to Vrillium. Of course, Nick Fuentes said to Casey Putsch, you lost to a Jeet and now you're in a hospital. Get well soon, bud. The Groipers and Amy Acton will take it from here. Now, of course, Nick Fuentes didn't support Casey Putsch. Very critical of Israel. Of course, he supports Vrillium over Casey Putsch.
Well done. Very sent $50, 100K on YouTube. Doyle seething. Welcome back, man. Really?
I don't know why people think Vrillium's a Groiper. He just sends $50 in. Get some adoration from Nick Fuentes.
You got 100K on YouTube? Congratulations. Well done. Congrats, Vrillium. John Doyle is currently being mogged by Vrillium. That's actually crazy. So W, the GOAT, Vrillium, my name. Hey, congratulations. Good for you.
Nicholas Arvaro sent $20.
Okay, and of course we're going to ignore that as the Groipers that we are. Here's something I just found out. Now here we have Beardson, very high ranking, very prominent Groiper, which we're going to be talking about him after this stream in the members only stream. Okay. Compartmentalize it, Ardy. Be a professional. Here we go. So Vrillium alludes to this new network that he's going to be on. Okay. It hasn't dropped yet. I'm going to show you exactly what Vrillium's talking about and how I've been talking about it for about a month or so.
Real because of what they do to America. And so that fundamentally, yeah, it makes us different. It makes the event different. And so I don't know, man. I mean, I don't fucking know. Yeah. I mean, Faith is here. She seems cool. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to her yet. We're on the same network. I'm supposed to film with her because we're on the same creator network.
They're on the same network.
Work now. So probably.
What's that? What's that all about?
Oh, that's very, very new. It's new. You'll hear about it soon because we're gonna start repping it like crazy. But
yeah.
I've already been talking about it.
Yeah, we're part of the same like network. It's like a Daily Wire kind of thing, but like not Jewish, basically. Like we're trying to make like a Daily Wire kind of constant content output YouTube network with like individual shows. I'm producing a lot of it because I produce my own show and like no one knows how to do production, which is why I
So this network is going to have a lot of Vrillium oversight, okay? in the curation.
Kind of like Amy Dangerfield's operation. Like I like what they're doing because they are good at production. So it's nice to like not be around people who don't know anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to start like a network and do that, and she's part of it. But so we have to film for that today. But that's unrelated to this event entirely. That's like totally unrelated. Kai is part of that network as well. Kai's also on it. I don't know if you guys are. I don't know what the Groyper standpoint on Kai is right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but I know that he's like in that realm. I don't know.
I mean, it's a little contentious. I'm personally.
So, what Vrillium is referencing is what he's been putting on his channel, which I have criticized leading up to this, being like, what is casual American media?
We're Ian. It's the weekend, so I think casual American media, that's Ian. He runs casual American media. It's like a network.
Casual American media is like a network. As we can see about a month ago, it's just 2 shorts on there. It says DM to join the mission. You can't DM. How do you DM this network? Well, past Ardy, future Ardy has some great news for you. They finally updated it. So now let's check out casual American media, shall we, fellas? Oh, look at that. We're turning into a network over here where it's just shorts of, I think he's trying to go for Rift TV. He's not going for Daily Wire. He's going for Rift. Of course, we go to who is your favorite creator we have signed. Of course, Vrillium, 91%. Seems very Vrillium focused. Big news 2 weeks ago. We have officially launched Out website. Copywriting already terrible. Already making spelling errors. Fellas, finally it's here. The network. Now, this is secret. No one knows about this yet. Okay? Okay. Let's try going to about... Yeah, you know, working America first. Now, Vrilliam's never said he's America first, okay? Working America first. This is the people, okay? This is the lumpen proletariat they're dealing with. Let's go to the roster. Now, we have the creative director, which is Vrillium. Now, we have Kai Schwimmer, creator, okay? When you click on these links for Kai, goes to his stuff. Click on that for Vrillium, goes to his stuff. That's great. We have Taylor Sharp. That doesn't go anywhere. Oh boy, we're not done with the website, are we? They launched it 2 weeks ago, by the way. William Sexton, Vrillium, is a rising voice in digital media, known for his sharp wit, cultural commentary, and engaging communication style. Through his content, he blends humor and insight to connect with a growing audience of young viewers navigating today's cultural and political landscape. And then we go to Kai Schwimmer. Kai Schwimmer is a rising voice among young American conservatives, known for his sharp political insight and engaging communication style. Now, fellas, look at who we have here. We have Atlas Thugged, okay? Joining casual American media. Now, he says he's in fact a Groyper. How do I know that? How do I know that Atlas Thugged calls himself a Groyper? Well, not very long ago. Some would say yesterday. I was on a show, Focus Trip. Shout out to Focus Trip. Very nice of him to invite us on. Really just to amplify us. I have no problems with Tom Foe or Atlas Thugged. They are Groypers. I will be criticizing specific Groypers after this stream and the members-only stream. Here's a brief moment of my conversation with Atlas Thugged.
Helpful. Let me ask this question to Ardy then. Are you a Christian? Do you believe Jesus Christ is Lord?
I'm not a Christian. I do not believe Jesus Christ is
Then
Lord.
who is we?
In what context?
The context of, if you are not a Christian, why would I be aligned with you? Right? Like, you are not a part of my movement.
I am. I support Christians.
See, this is the problem. You're
Sure.
trying to get in. I just said, no, you're not. Like, you're
I'm
not a
trying
part
to
of the
get
movement. Okay, then
I'm
we're
not trying
good
to
then.
get into anything. I need to accept Christ to be in. I can act in service of Christ, but not be a soldier of Christ.
That's some evangelical nonsense if I ever heard it. The point
Hey,
being
there's a
is
Protestant right
no,
here. Come on.
America
Hey, there's a Protestant right here. Come on.
first
Focus trip is the Protestant. Caught him with a stray for no good reason.
is a Christian movement.
Sure. And you want to know what? Vrillium's a Christian, okay? So, Atlas thugged. There's still time to hop off of this burning ship. That is the Vrillium network that your face is on. Now, if you click his stuff right here, it doesn't even go to his stuff. Maybe he's just using your likeness, right? I mean, you're going to be on with the immersive ASMR Foyd. Okay? I don't know who you talked to. I don't know what they said to you. We saw how America First United happen, all right? He can call me an atheist. He can say whatever he wants about me, okay? I forgive him for saying that to me. Now, he's going to force my hand if he's on this channel. Am I not going to cover that? What am I not going to cover this channel once it's live after it has an unbelievably not promising start? Back to Vrillium. The kind of guy Vrillium is, okay? He's got a $5 tier in his YouTube. He also has a $20 tier. You want to know what you get for the $20 tier? This is value, fellas.
I'll have to fucking get your socials. So make sure your socials are somewhere, because the whole idea behind being a Hamiltonian Chad is I give you my number. That's the reward. So by the way,
Well, now here's something. Atlas didn't seem to like Vril in his recent stream. He may have been had, okay? He may have been hoodwinked, bamboozled. That sultry, deep, dark, black voice of his. I'd lie to him to get that on, all right? It's a commodity right there. So I'm letting him know, and I'm letting everyone know now about that. Feel free to back out anytime or continue it. Only you can choose your own destiny.
for those who don't know, we do have stream memberships. We have memberships. If you would like to join my channel, support the channel, you can join in a membership. If you give the $5 a month, you get early access to my videos, as well as access to the emojis and stuff, or the emotes or whatever. Okay, kind of basic stuff. But if you give me $20 a month, if you join the fucking Hamiltonian Chad level, I give you my phone number. That's it. I give you my phone number. So I couldn't think of what else to give.
He acts like Mr. Big Shot, but he's so desperate to give out his phone number for $20 a month. Why would someone keep paying you $20 a month to get your phone number? Oh, that's the guy running the network, Atlas. That's the guy running the network. Again, I have nothing but respect and adoration for Atlas Thugged and Tom Foe, okay? Me and Tom Foe, aside from the Groiper stuff, align on a lot of stuff, okay? We disagree on the Groiper stuff. Obviously, he's a Groiper. Obviously, we both see that differently. You could try to make me talk shit about Tom Foe, and it's impossible. Atlas Thugged, I would talk shit about him sooner, I would suppose, depending on what happens with that deal, okay? I am excited to see how that pans out.
I couldn't think of a better like reward. So I was like, oh, I'll just give you my phone number. So if you give me $20 a month, I will give you my phone number, and you can just like call me. And that's the reward. Is we become friends. That's the reward. Is
These are the content ideas from Vrillium. My little Fellerinis. Colors Flight became a YouTube member. Wonder why. Good move. Even if you don't watch the stream after, which is going to be members only. And I'm going to get sloppy for it. I need to decompress with these groypers and really take out my atheist liberal wrath on them. Oh, they're going to hate to hear that. You deserve what you tolerate for $5. Thank you. Drunk Epsom salt bath. These hoes ain't loyal. Christ is king. Find your peace, boys. I hate Mondays. Christ is king. I've never heard that before in my community. Always hide your power level, fellas. It's very hard to debate me because I've created my own positions out of thin air. Tegochi 284 became a YouTube member. Wonder why? Good move. Lore videos. Me being even more of a liberal than I am now from like 2017, 2018, 2019. To see how I've developed over the years and how you might not like your boy Ardy, but gosh darn it, he's nice and people like him, okay? And he's honest. Leningrad, $5, thank you. Did anyone remember to tell Vrillium that Vrillium doesn't want to be introduced as Vrillium? Yeah, right. This has been covered. I have a playlist of my Vrillium videos. Also, groypers, I do have a playlist of my Nick Fuentes videos, and most of them are sweeping for Nick Fuentes. My criticisms of Nick Fuentes don't mean we would think I'm not going to cover him on stream. It's so goofy. It's so mooey. They've been studying the moos for so long. Where it's like James Lindsay, where like they just like take on these tactics. And very similar to James Lindsay, the Lindsay-ites, you can't criticize James, okay? You can't criticize Nick. You just gotta swallow it whole. Trad Radical must be an atheist. I have only atheists in my community. Trad Radical became a YouTube member. Wonder why. Stick around, fella. Kudzu Warrior became a YouTube member. Understandably so. Searsight, $5, thank you. Are they trying to build something? What if it gets taken down? What's the point? Seems like a waste of energy, right? Why build anything? Why build anything? The feds are going to infiltrate you. Also, a network doesn't work because you have to split the profits with everybody. Vrillium's going to be he's going to be getting the majority of the views and whatnot. Do you think he's going to want to share that with everybody? Let's see how that commie, it's going to be classic commie stuff. Let's see if he shares it. Trad Radical, $3. Hey, fellas. Hey, Trad Radical. Good to have you here. Ancient Hybrid, $5. True Chads call their moms on Mother's Day and every day. Ancient Hybrid. Very true. Very true. It is Mommy's Day. Freedom Cowboy became a YouTube member. We'll see. We'll see how much you like that. New GM for $20, mate. Nuji, rocking everywhere. $20. I could get a music video with Focus Trips assistant's feet or a Vrillium number. It's your $20, fellas. You decide how you spend it. Okay? Or make fun of Ardy for bragging about the fellow Bible study, but only show up one time. My decision is, so this is what's great, is there's a Bible study in the super secret Discord. I went at the end one time. And so he puts on the Bible study. So he gives me shit for not going to the Bible study. And then I have to get shit from groypers for being an atheist. And then it's not really proper to start flaunting around like, oh, you know what I do for Christianity? Even though it's true. There is no winning. Is this what being a Christian is? You can't leverage any of these things. Sounds real fun. JLM Knight gifted. Oh boy, fellows, we might have a giftathon or a griftathon, depending on who's watching. 5 rhetorically defective memberships. Ooh, we might have some ops in there, fellows. I welcome it. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And I think 5 people very much appreciate that. Aaron Watts became a YouTube member. I wonder why. Focus Trip, whether he likes it or not, has officially become the Chad of the Chad.
Now the Chad does what the Chad wants, and no one is stopping him because Chad does what Chad wants.
I hate that guy. That's why he's on my soundboard. Ardy is once again forcing me to watch this weirdo. Fellas, Focus Trip is doing something very important in the right-wing space, okay? He had on me anti-Groiper and 2 Groipers on. One that's a fan of me and I'm a fan of him. And Atlas Thug, who we've only got me and Atlas Thug would go at each other more, okay? But I'd be fine with that. And it was the most fun I've ever had collaborating. It actually makes me want to collaborate more, mainly with Focus Trip, okay? Unbelievable what he's doing. All he did was try to build us up as content creators. And so I'm really excited to see the collabs that he does in the future. And I will hype the absolute fuck out of them. Very important work Focus Trip is doing. He also is white and has kids, okay? So he does pull rank immediately on many of us, but he is cheating. He lives in South Dakota, so dock a point for that. You have to do it in a horrifically mixed area. Then you're training in a high altitude. Any of us could move to South Dakota and do that. Fucking loser. Kiba Masta, member for 3 months. Well, you're going to get something after. You deserve what you tolerate, $10. Ardy, this is the thing. Many of us accept that you aren't a follower of Christ. We only ask that you aren't hostile to Christ. I would love to know when I have been. I'm not saying you've said I have. And enjoy cultural Christianity and its benefits. God bless, man. Dude, you guys let me say whatever I want as long as I don't blaspheme Christ. I'm a pretty much a free speech absolutist. You give me that one rule and I'm like, that I can say everything. And I'm like, yeah, but why would I? The West was built on Christianity. Now, different denominations of Christianity. That's for a later stream. Dongle Springs, $5. Thank you. I had the sudden realization everyone I follow online is a closet LGBTQ leftist and or a grifter riding the Trump wave. F them all. We're on our own. I want you guys to be here as a landing pad while these crazy things are happening. And you decide where you go, okay? You decide where you want to go off to. You come here to think about some stuff, decide what you want to do, decide what your next move is. Not an accelerationist. I'm an incrementalist, okay? Now, there's room for accelerationism and incrementalism at the same time if we can work with each other. Nick Fuentes and the Groipers don't seem like they want to work with anybody, therefore making coalition building absolutely impossible. Her chain, $20. Give me your phone number or restart the stream. I mean, he's got 100K subs, all right? Thank you very much for that. Radio Guy, 20 for 10 rhetorically defective memberships. Oh, now it's a roulette game. Now it's a roulette game. I really have to make it members only for the language that's going to be in it. I could do it to Rumble, but we'll see. No, I should just do it members only. Smaller squad in there for that. Thank you so much for that. You know what? Also in competition.
And now the Chad does what the Chad wants, and no one is stopping him because Chad does what Chad wants.
Incredible. It might get me into trouble. God knows what barbarians you're letting in the gate, but it excites me. Mr. Blue, $5, thank you. I might be a bit late to the party, but could you please restart the last Atlas Thug stream since the replay was taken down? That was my fault. I was the animal that was abused on stream. It's on his channel as a regular video. Mike's second name, $2, thank you. How did you know I was an atheist? I appeal to God's forgotten children, okay? I mean, you saw this in the debate. I'm an atheist. He's like, well, fuck you then. And it's like, well, when you turn people away from the steeple, okay, that increases the chances of them going to be degenerate. I don't talk about degeneracy on this channel, okay? Non-degenerate atheists. Of course, I'm going to do some degenerate things, but we keep it in good. It's PG, okay? None of that crazy lefty stuff, but fellas got to blow off some steam. Corn-fed Cody, $1. $5, thank you. Wait, you've never been to Divine Liturgy? No, I haven't, but in the same way that Joe Rogan has increased the amount of people doing DMT, even though he's never done it himself, I have assisted in increasing the amount of people that have gone to Divine Liturgy. Now, fellas, you see, our boy Vrillium over here, he's like a centrist, okay? He's like a centrist. It's not extreme. He's not going to be talking about beating brown people into accepting Western culture. He is. He is going to be talking about that. He's not going to view the entire world through a Marxist lens. He is going to be doing that.
Actually affecting Americans. And, you know, I like what Fuentes has to say about his whole strategy of voting for Democrats and then Hopefully it tarnishes the GOP and then the GOP taken over. I want to take it a step further. I want to take it further than that. I'm firmly an independent. I mean, really, if anything, I'm a centrist. Patriotism.
I fucking told you, fellas. This is why I've been saying you have to call yourself right wing. You have to. You have to start with right wing. Now, are there groypers that are going to be calling you a liberal because you've only been right wing for 6 months? Yes. And that is fair criticism. I seem like I'm trying to infiltrate. I completely understand that. I'm not going to act indignant and go, woo! Fair enough. They're using discernment. I'm not afraid of being discerned against.
Isn't owned by any political party, and it's not being espoused by either. The condemnations that I have of the Republican Party in their pursuit of support of Israel, their pursuit of messianism, I have just as many condemnations of the left and their insistence upon race communism, their insistence upon a hatred for those that founded this country, on a sheer disdain for loyalty to this country. This is why I went to the event that shall not be named. I mean, really, if you think about it politically, most of what we want isn't that extreme. Shapiro,
he thinks we can work with the left and that there's nationalists on the left. This is his epistemology that he enters this with. Fellas, he also says, I don't know what orthodoxy he's referring to, but that orthodoxy is hermetic. We're going to visit that later on. You know what? Let's just spit on it and put it in. Now, fellas, you're going to notice that this is unlisted. You would think if he makes a video that says, I'm not right wing, this is why I'm not right wing, why would you unlist that video, bro? Why would you unlist the video? This is why you're right wing. Why would you unlist it? So let's watch this now, unlisted video from Vrillium. Oh, I love it. He's my cow. You got to claim a cow early, fellas. It's like musical chairs. You don't want to be left without a cow. I would say I would probably be the number one Vrillium A-logger, unfortunately.
I'm a nationalist for New Jersey. I think we should secede from the union at this point. And New Jersey should become a sovereign entity. Now, you might be seeing the title. Okay. Might be seeing the title on this YouTube video. On Kick, I don't actually know what it says. I just use the Streamlab default. But on YouTube, you might be seeing the title. It says like something like I'm not right wing. What's going on there? What's going on there? I'm not right wing. What the hell am I talking about? What's going on?
People love the sound effects, fellas.
Well, the reason I say that, I'm just fucking. It's mostly it's just clickbait. Like it's just clickbait. Come on, like that's number one. I've been clickbaiting this shit for years. Let's just be honest.
I love it. He's been clickbaiting this shit for years. 2 years ago, he was a communist. As I've shown in my Vrillium playlist, 2 years ago, he was a communist. Even had a conversation with him in DMs. He's acting like he's been doing this shit for years. All very new. You can judge me for my new turnaround, okay? But he's acting like he's been doing. I don't act like anything other than what I am, which is a fat retard.
Number two, I'm just sick, man. I'm just so sick of the fucking right wing on the internet, man. Like I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of it, man. It's not that the groypers went after Vrillium. It's that like it's
speaking by himself in the third person. It's not that the groypers went after Vrillium, even though he pissed and moaned that they were calling him Vrillium at America First United. I love it.
Just a bunch of very unnecessary shit. Like I don't understand. I put out a video explaining what happened.
This is good. This counts. Will Sex Pest? Absolutely.
With this stupid fucking event, you know, and I explained my role in it. And now all of a sudden, like it's a whole, like there's people trying to make a whole fucking thing out of it. And I'm like, dude.
Can you believe that he knew that it was going to be called America First United 6 days before? And he knew the woman that was putting it on is an Australian woman that's been in the country for like 6 years. And she's been wearing a Nick Fuentes America First hat. What signs could he have seen that it would turn out this way?
What, like, it's over. Nobody died. It's not my fucking fault. I didn't put the shit together. It's not my fucking fault. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? It's not my fucking fault. It is what it is.
Very mush.
I've never claimed to be a groiper. I'm not a groiper. I'm not a groiper general. I have no...
Not a groiper, just donates. And actually, okay, so he's not a groiper, okay? All he does is, after he speaks at America First United, after he speaks, Beardson's watching it. The first thing he does is go and talk to one of the most prominent groipers in the space.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed you guys understand, but yeah, I said don't fucking call it that because I was like, this is not an event that ideologically I think Fuentes would get behind, because I don't think he wants to do coalition politics, which is like, you know, it's something I'm interested in, me as an individual, and I thought it was cool. And
Coalition politics, if you're willing to work with the left and you know how subversive the left is, you are aiding and abetting the left. They cannot be worked with. They cannot be reasoned with. This is why I take the Andrew Wilson stance, where we will not work with the left at all in any capacity.
also, it was a free trip to Ohio, so I was like, fuck it. But no, I told him not to call it that, but no one fucking listens to me, I guess. I don't know.
So anyways, I don't know why people could ever possibly think I love the indignants. Why do they think I'm a groiper?
Connection in that way. I like Fuentes. I like Fuentes very much. I would consider myself a fan. I enjoy his content. I support him. I have donated to his show several times, and I've tweeted several times that I am not a groiper. I'm not ideologically a groiper. I don't agree.
It's so mooey. I didn't say I was. What about your behavior? But haha. Sherrod is you. I didn't say I was. Okay, well, I think we're looking at your behavior, which will leak into the criticism, excuse me, of the groipers. Members only after the stream.
With Fuentes on everything. And that's fine. I would never disavow, I would never attack Fuentes. I have no reason to. I'm not. I really kind of only agree with.
I love it. There's either just being just complicit with Nick Fuentes or attacking him. Does that feel mooey at all? Does that feel like a Lindsayite at all? You can't criticize him. You have to ignore all of the criticizable things Nick Fuentes does. Now, me and Fist have been mainly supportive of Nick Fuentes. I do believe Fist is more supportive of Nick Fuentes than I am. But we also criticize him, right? I don't see why that's so hard. I don't see why you'd need to get rid of that so badly.
With Fuentes on a few things. I agree with him on Israel, his standpoint on Israel. I agree with his opinion on like having an immigration moratorium. I agree with his opinion on really what else is there to have I don't know. I don't like Indians.
A lot of depth.
What do you want from me? Like, that's really kind of it. Beyond that, I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not like, sure, I believe in the.
Do you understand why people might think you're a white nationalist? It's the indignance. It's easy to understand why, especially when you have surging popularity, people might think that about you.
Biological realities of race. And I believe that culture comes downstream from race. But I don't consider myself like a total remigrationist, white nationalist type. I never was.
The vast majority of people on the right wing are remigrationists. It comes down to we can't get rid of 50 million, 100 million people, okay? So there's no point even saying that you are that because it's not politically viable. As I've learned from the groipers, apparently Nick Fuentes really hasn't even been a white nationalist for a long time. He stopped saying white nationalist because it wasn't politically viable. That's for later.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you. Like, I never fucking was. I never claimed to be that. I was that. I don't have a problem. People were like, and you have to understand, I'm a free speech absolutist. I think that everybody should have a right to say whatever they want. But, you know, I'm not like that. And that's okay. You can disagree with people. I disagree with people all the time. It's like totally fine. I would never.
Fellas, hands that heel for Tom Foe in the chat.
You know, I'm not counter signaling because number one, that would imply that I have a similar platform. I don't. I'm significantly smaller. Let's note that. Second, it's not counter signaling because I'm not saying, oh, Nick's wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree. Like, and it's fine if you believe that.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I just said I don't agree. We're getting the queer. I am proving beyond the shadow of a doubt queer Marxist. Okay. Now we know about the queer. I'm going to drive home the Marxist, but there's a lot of queer in there. My guy, okay. All he was missing was a hair flip on that one.
Again, it's not countersignaling because I'm not saying, oh, Nick's wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
It's fine if you believe that.
I don't agree with that. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't agree.
These are just different approaches to the same problems. Okay. Like, it's fine that we don't agree. It's fine. I got my own thing going on over here. If you don't like that, if you say, I don't want to follow a guy who thinks like that, I don't want to follow a guy who doesn't want total remigration or whatever, that's fine.
I have no problem supporting people and I like how I make them seem like they're not people and groypers. I support people that are total remigrationists, okay? I want them to understand how it sounds in general to the public, right? It might be off-putting. I understand your position. I also would like that position, but if you remove 100 million people, what does that do? What is the effect of that? I want to hear, if you're a total remigrationist, I want to hear that we rescue some EU motherfuckers, okay? We're going to have to replace some of them. You can't just get rid of them and have no one working jobs. We should do a switcheroo, go back before Hart-Celler, and we should get people that want to live in America out of the West and come to the United States. I don't hear that enough. That's the pro-white in me.
Just leave. Like, you don't have to hang around. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just leave. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, when something's fine, this is how it sounds when something's fine. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Yeah, it's fine. Fine. What? It's fine. Come on.
Like, what do you want from me? Just fuck off.
What do you want?
I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know, man. I'm just sick of it. And it's like, dude, I have more in common ideologically. Granted, I know he's a little sketch. I don't like his take on I don't like his full take so far on something like Israel, but I learned.
Do you see how if he has a tiny, a lot of us don't fully agree with each other, okay? Which is why it was so important for Focus Trip to have on me, Atlas Thugged, and Tom Foe. Tom Foe, friend, Atlas Thugged, friend. I even sent Atlas Thugged the link to make sure his YouTube channel was clickable in the collaborator name on the channel. Okay. Even if I disagree, I probably am going to have way more heated discussions with Atlas Thugged. Okay. Which I'm fine with. I respect them both as content creators. Okay.
Usually have the what are you saying? What do you mean Beardson's coverage? Oh yeah, because he was saying like I lied or whatever. I've said it.
I love it. It's like Vrillium. I've experienced with this with Vrillium. I have no desire to talk to him. This is through text. You are unbelievably unlikable and untrustworthy with what you say, and he'll never understand it, which is the property of a lolcow, fellas.
Before, I hate that I got to talk about this shit. I hate that I got to say this shit. Yes,
He hates talking about him on stream. Yeah, if you've seen his streams, that's not true.
I never denied that I invited Contessa, the Doc's Ice Girl. I literally never denied that.
Now, I just want to say this publicly. Tom Foe, I am going to apologize now if you suffer any brunt from Groypers for you supporting me, okay? Okay? I just apologize now, all right? It's not my intent.
I never was asked it, but I never denied it either. Because again, I thought that event, and this is the last time I'm talking about it because I have no fucking reason to talk about it. Because it's just, I'm over it. The reason I invited that chick to that event was because, let's make it clear, I was told from the very beginning that this was supposed to be a bipartisan event.
He was told 6 days before the event that it was called America First United.
With both left-wing people and right-wing people. That was about one issue. One issue. That issue being the state of Israel and America's involvement in the government. And I had known of Contessa. I knew she was a left-wing influencer who had debated and kind of talked with right-wing people before.
Yeah, he knew this leftist that's pro-Palestine. He just knows them. I don't know how he knows them, you know? You guys could all find a nice leftist to bring along to an event.
Yada, yada, yada. And so I thought, yeah, you know what? Maybe she'd be into it. I never met her. I never talked with her, but I just knew of her. I knew she was in New York City and she was in that sphere of people. I knew that she
never even talked with her. Great OPSEC. Invite a communist. Scavenge $5. Nick and Laura Loomer said they would do a hostile takeover of the GOP while toasting glasses. Can look up the video on YouTube. I do have it on X. That is true, but we forget about that, okay? Because we are here we are loyal to Nick Fuentes, okay? There is no America first without the childless 75% white Nick Fuentes, okay? And obviously, I've only made videos, scathing videos of Nick Fuentes. Now, I know this is hard to figure out, but I'm just criticizing him. Personally, I don't think it's that complicated.
It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all.
Oh, I hate that guy. That's why he's on my soundboard. Donald Springs, $5. Thank you. Idiot Vrillium is a brand new content creator. Already is showing his true face. He'll be gone in a year. He really should have chilled with the streams. Honestly, is what it should have happened. Kylerin, $5. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Nick Nilsson, member for 8 months. That's an OG, motherfucker. We should transcend the outdated left versus right binary. Should. Prescription. Especially Dem versus Republican. Also true. They're dated terms at this point. But that should still land you squarely in the far R camp. So it's moot. So this is an understanding of what's happening right now. These are the terms we have. We're trying to be pragmatic. We're trying to live in reality. If we're going to create something new, it has to be alongside something incremental in case your new thing doesn't fucking work, okay? Leningrad, $5, thank you. I understand Fuentes becomes the focal point for right-wing ideas. Accelerationist, good. That could work in conjunction with incrementalism. Like with the JQ. No one has done, I've said this publicly so many times, what Nick Fuentes has done to dismiss the Holly, that's illegal in other countries, okay? That's why I try and do it here. For the fellas that live in countries across the West, 26, I believe, where it's illegal to deny the Holly, what Nick Fuentes has done to minimize and diminish the tear-jerking aspect of the Holly is incredible. And that has pushed us very far forward. Yes, that's been very important. It doesn't mean the man's above an ass whooping. I'm not above an ass whooping. Come on. You can just believe things without the personality cult. Well, we try. That's what we try to do here, okay? Jork Technician became a YouTube member. You're going to be jorking it after this one, buddy. Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm going to make it extra sloppy for yous. Bubblegum, $2. Thank you. Why are we even listening to this commie Feig? Well, this is discernment, fellas. He's grown very quickly. He's constantly, it's very commie. There's so many commies that we didn't catch early enough. You know, Senator Joseph McCarthy tried to do that. Wasn't easy. Didn't have the internet. Now I'm trying to intercept bad faith actors as they're up and coming. Good question, though. Andrew Corrigan, $2. Telling you the guy is just gay Bill Clinton. Fair enough. We'll see how much that rings true. Clarence Thomas, who let the black guy in here? 10. Oh, fellas, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun after this. 10 memberships, and we have a battle for the Chad. Fellas of the fellas. The Chad.
And now the Chad does what the Chad wants, and no one is stopping him because Chad does what Chad wants.
Of course, I only played that clip because of how much I hate Nick Fuentes. Let's continue.
Worked with Clyde, if you know Clyde. What is his at? You've definitely seen him. He's an Orthodox guy. He's a right-wing guy, but they've worked together, and they've collabed, and I knew that she might be into that kind of thing, and so I reached out and said, hey, Amy Dangerfield's putting on this event.
How many times has he said that in the bedroom? Yeah, I knew she might be into that kind of thing. You know, I knew she might be into it.
She just she proposed the idea to me. What do you think? And she was like, yeah, it sounds cool. I gave him the contact, and then they worked it out. They worked it out. And then she showed up, and there you go. If I had known that the event was going to be the Groyper event, I don't know how many times I've
no, I don't know how many times. No way of knowing.
It was going to be called America First United. And then when I found out it was called America First United, yes, I disliked the name. I made it
6 days before the event.
Very clear. I disliked the name. But one, I don't think anybody could have fully seen what was going to happen here. And two, I still.
Please, because I tried looking for this. I don't know who he's talking about. I like Clyde. Can you guys send me who Clyde is so I can try and find this quote unquote collab that he did with this woman? Much appreciated.
I was told that this was a bipartisan thing, yada, yada, yada. You know, I know the only people upset. You know what? You're right. Why am I fucking apologizing? I don't give a fuck. I don't want these people as fucking fans anyway.
Oh, fellas, we have a callback right now. Is that Demon Mama? She looks different. If you know, you know. That thing fell off the internet. That's a good one. See, there's some. I've been studying the lefties for the better part of a decade. Okay, there's a lot of lefty lore and jokes that the right wingers I don't think will get, but Andrew Wilson gets all of it because he was there in the trenches debating them when they were there.
Like these random fucking people who are mad about this shit. Oh well, you knew about the name 6 days before, not the 3 days before. Dog, what do you fucking want from me? Okay, I don't keep a fucking manila envelope with all my fucking.
There it is. He said he found out 3 days before. Everyone confirmed he found out 6 days before. Dude, I don't know. He never knows. He never knows anything. Hey, what do you want me to do? What do you want him to do? Great guy to be in charge of a network that you're on. Whoever I might be speaking to.
Receipts on my life. Okay, I think they're mad like one date wrong or something.
Fellas, these ticks. Fellas, these ticks.
Receipts on my life. Okay. I think they're mad because I got like one date wrong or something like that. I don't.
Can we all agree that those ticks were not nearly as bad fucking 2 months ago? Okay? Those are new developments.
No. Listen, I have never in my life ever promoted myself as America First. I have never in my life promoted myself as a groiper. I have never in my
Isn't it so commie? I keep saying I'm not.
Life promoted myself as any bit Fuentes adjacent, Fuentes whatever. Never in my life. Ever. Literally ever. Anyways. No America First without Fuentes. That's exactly. I agree. I said it before, man. I agree.
Maybe a little America First without Fuentes. Maybe a little bit.
Yes. No, it's not America First without Fuentes. That's why it was fucking weird that they called it America First.
This is the point that I've made, and it really feels true. I have studied Tourette's people for a long time, fellas. The more stressed and nervous a Tourette's sufferer gets, the more tics they have. Don't be ableist. It really is a tell. Like, that's the lie detector test.
Absolutely no fucking role in the planning of that event, in the naming of that event.
Absolutely correct. Thank you. I've never promoted myself as a groiper. In another video, I know all these groipers. We know each other. See? But technically, right? Legalism. Wonder where you learned that from.
Expressly said it's not good. Don't name it that. What are you saying in the chat? What the fuck? You sent me like a paragraph. What is this? Hold on. I believe you on that. It's everything else. You're double speak saying it's a groiper event. No, I'm saying it was proposed. Loving your dog is ultimately going to lead to suffering because at some point your dog is going to pass away, most likely before you. Like that's not really like, that's not a wow. That's just kind of a fucking objective fact. Like, yeah, no, that's.
I love hearing how he interprets
that's
the world.
True. So it's the later stuff that I disagree with, but I don't know. Anyways.
Has anyone noticed the increase in like the throat noises coming from him? I swear it wasn't always like that. I would hate to put you through an old Vrillium stream and a new Vrillium stream. Please take my word for it.
What's going on here? If YouTubers get out of their own ego, telling us people to move, and what a world this could be. Well, the problem is that like people don't know what they fucking want, man. Am I the only one who would go with a hot Israeli influencer? Brother, you're funny. Yeah, the haircut, low key. I mean, listen, those 1930s haircuts were fucking great.
I need you to watch him talk about and play with his hair. Now, I want to make this clear. This isn't the Marxism part of the criticism. It's the queer part of the criticism. Look at this.
I mean, listen, those 1930s haircuts were fucking great. Granted, I don't really have the full texture for that. And I just woke up from a nap, but I do haircuts.
Always just fade. Wakes up from a nap.
Haircuts. It was like, that like whole era. But no, I think there's stuff you can learn from the East. I'm open to that idea, which actually, by the way, that's what I was saying. Is that,
there's stuff you can learn from the East. Everything's going to be painfully vague, fellas.
Like I said, the problem with that whole event, and then we're going to drop it forever, is that, like I said, the problem isn't the existence of Muslim people. It isn't the existence of left-wing people, at least not in this terms. The problem was that they were there and existing and on camera at an event that was promoting itself on the day of as a representative of Nick Fuentes, which he's not about that.
Hope the channel grows more. It is comical though how you followed the path. of the NSDAP early
Okay, all right, okay,
where
okay.
you
Thank
were a boy
you.
kisser and then went trad. Good luck in
All right, I
Boy
appreciate
kisser,
that.
they went
Can we
trad.
not quote? Can we not write that acronym, please? Can we not write that, please? Guys, come on. Can we be normal, guys? Come on.
Okay, now we're gonna scoot along because that was him talking about AFU. He likes to talk about himself, talk about God knows what. And I watched it, so you don't have to. I'm a glutton for punishment, fellas. Why else would I try and start fights with groypers?
What are we talking about, bro? Like, can we just be honest? Like, anyways, I don't know. In Minecraft, I'm joking. What do you want from me? It is what it is.
What do you want from me?
It is what it is. But no, let me get to why I named this live. I'm leaving. Oh,
Runs over your fucking dog. What do you want from me? Come on, what do you want from me? I told you I didn't try and do it.
Shout out Net and Yahoo.
patriot, complete patriot. No, so why am I leaving the right? I never was right wing to begin with. And I've made this.
He was never right. It's just it is so difficult to try to find out what this guy believes in, and you have to settle on Marxism. That's where he gets all of his epistemology from.
Very clear. I'm not like I don't know how many times I have to explain to people, okay? And I've tweeted several times about this, but it's seemingly not getting into people's fucking heads. I want to make this very clear, okay?
Don't stream if you are going to have to repeat yourself, okay? Sorry. On one hand, it's great there's a bunch of new people coming in, but on the other hand, he expects all the new people to know everything he's already said. Oh, it's so female, isn't it?
If you follow me because you think that I am some kind of unironic Yahtzee, Natsock, whatever, like an unironic racialist who like possesses hatred for other groups and wants the total removal, destruction, or eradication of other groups, that I possess a genuine desire for violence, that I possess some kind of real extremist hatred of others, don't follow me. Don't follow me. Just don't. I have no interest in you being here. You're fucking weird.
This is the weird thing. Do I ever tell people to leave or not follow me? It's like, oh, if you disagree, excellent. If you have this opinion about me, I think if you stick around for a little bit, you probably change your mind.
It's like ignorant hillbilly shit.
I've had people one-guying me in chat that are the villain of the chat, and then the next stream, they're on board and they're having a good time.
Leave me alone. I don't know how many times I have to make that clear. I mean, people see me make videos criticizing Jays, criticizing India, criticizing whatever, and they think that means that I'm like a based Aryan Yamnaya warrior.
Oh, he's not going for that demographic, right?
Who wants to fucking establish the fucking Fourth Reich super base. And it's like, oh.
Next, he'll be quoting himself. That so far has been reserved for James Lindsay, an aristocratic utensil. Very good point, though.
RSA Durban Indians are much different. Indian neighborhoods are pretty nice and safe. They just too nosy.
No, they gotta go, dude. They're culturally not compatible. You have to understand, for me,
are communists culturally compatible? Okay.
What I care about is culture. I talked about this in my last live, which many of you didn't understand, is I care very deeply about the concept of culture, about the concept of how culture interacts with civilization.
Now, notice that. Does he care about culture? No. He cares about the concept of culture, right? He cares about culture as a fluid ideology. What culture does he care about? He cares about culture as a concept. Also, Arden Party, like the stream, share the stream, consider touching the sub button. Ooh, now he's getting frisky. Thank you. Best mod in the business, fight me.
In society, okay? This is where I depart for people who are like right wing. That's why I consider myself more of a populist than anything.
He used to do that, dude, I swear. Undergrad $2. Can't unsee the tick happening as he maybe lies. Well, you start to piece things together because he doesn't actually like tell you anything consistent about his life. Dillweed, $5, thank you. Someone can probably go around his $20 tier by walking into a New Jersey gas station bathroom. Well, I don't think he's past that part of his life. I'll put it that way. His mannerisms still tend to linger, let's say. Nuji, rocket everywhere! $5, thank you. Part of the criticism, Marxist, part of the criticism, queer part of the criticism, Marxist part of the criticism, you copying off of James Lindsay's notes. That's a distinction without a difference. He seems like an identity without an essence. That's why he floats. That's why he copies. That's why he mimics. Like a lot of us autists do. You can't hate on it too much. Kylerin, for $2. Thank you. You nailed it. Queer Marxist. That's where he comes from. And even being baptized in the Orthodox Church still didn't get it out of him. I've never seen this before. I've never heard of this before. Okay. Which is why I ran to the Ortho Bros and I'm like, you get a load of this barnacle? And they're like, well, he's an Ortho Bro. And I'm like, no, you need to get a load of this barnacle. Okay. I'm just trying to understand it. Discernment, fellas. I'm practicing over here. Bear in the Woods, $5. Thank you. William isn't a Groiper, general, or even right wing. He's a twitchy insert first letter of each word. We continue, fellas.
I haven't thought that at all. You popping up out of nowhere was weird from the get-go. I mean, I think some people just think I'm something. Like they think I'm
Yeah, dude, when you're in the public eye, twitching like a spazzing, malfunctioning, mechanical, animatronic, Chuck E. Cheese robot, yeah, people are going to think something about you, you fucking idiot. Yeah, what do you think?
I'm some kind of based Yumnaya Aryan vitality.
No one thinks that. Your parents don't think that. Your siblings don't think that. Your families don't think that. The people that like you don't think that. The people that hate you don't think that. And the people that don't even feel any sort of way about you don't think that. That should not take up any of your brain's real estate, William.
Fucking whatever. And I need to make it very clear to people, no, I'm not a supremacist. No, I'm not any of these things. Yes, I consider myself an immigration restrictionist. Not even restrictionist. I just don't. I want to shut down immigration for a while. But for the people that are here,
I could spend more time clarifying my positions, but I don't. You're going, no matter, have you watched streamers and content creators, no matter how much time you spend prefacing things, there's always going to be people there that misinterpret it intentionally or not, right? If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. It's just way quicker and easier on your brain.
like, I don't want to hold like Arabs at gunpoint and pull them out of the businesses they've built. Like, that's wrong. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. And I like Hispanics. I like Hispanics. I do. Like, I like them. I think the problem of illegal migration isn't the legality or illegality. It is the concept of culture. See, when we get illegals,
right. It's the concept of culture, which means anyone could have this culture is what it sounds like.
There's a huge difference between the legals and the illegals that are coming from Latin America. The illegals are largely young men. Okay, so they're already rambunctious. They're young men. They're anywhere from like 18 to fucking 30.
We're thinking about young men right now.
Largely young military-aged men coming from the poorest of Latin American societies, that being the most Amerindian, the most foreign, the least European, okay? Because I consider myself a cultural chauvinist. I believe that American culture...
A cultural chauvinist. Do you see how it feels, queer Marxist? Like, why do you have to make up a new term for a concept that already exists? Patriot? Nationalist? Take your pick. What type of hey, you're a nationalist? Okay. What type of nationalist are you? Me? I'm really heavy into Christian nationalism, I think is the best prescription. It doesn't matter what I am. It matters what the prescription is for society. You can be whatever you want. You as an individual aren't really changing anything. It's what do you think ought it be for society? And Christian nationalism seems like it's got really good legs right now, and it does lead to majority white as well.
Which is ultimately derived from European culture, that it is a superior culture to others. It is matched only by a few other cultures, you see? And really the best places in the world in the third...
And I mean, this is just easily true. NatSoc could work in a homogenous society, white high trust. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not even going to... Libertarianism works in a white society. NatSoc works in a white society. I'm going to bet you communism works in a white society, okay? Virtually all of these ideas, a lot of them, work in a white society. You're not limited as to what works in a white society.
Third world right now are places that have been influenced or directly set up by our culture, do you see? And while, yes, culture runs downstream from race, it is still an institution that can exist larger than people. Now, illegals, their problem is not their legality or illegality. It is the fact they are culturally incompatible with us. You have to understand, most of the people we get illegally entering from places like Ecuador, these are not the Castizos or even the Mestizos. These are like Shawar people. tribesmen. Like, they're indigenous peoples, okay? And that's the problem.
Huge fan. My great-grandfather was a Jewish military officer in the Austro-Hungarian army in World War I. Got Iron Cross. My Hebrew name is named after him.
Fascinating.
This is why I like to decide when the chats come in.
I like that. That's cool. See, that's interesting.
There's been so many times where I've tried to clip him in a chat, just comes in and ruins his. Again, it's hard for him to get back on track too.
It's interesting. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, look, there's people here who are like fucking mad. They're like, what do you mean you're not a based Yamnaya Aryan Nazi? No, I never fucking said I was.
Listen to me. When I talked to Atlas Thugged, and he called me an atheist, he suggested that I'm an atheist grifter that's trying to infiltrate the Christian movement. Okay, did I get mad? Did I act indignant? I actually said, I'm completely fine with you saying that because you as a Christian are exhibiting discernment. If there's an atheist that's talking about, oh, I support Christianity, yes, that's what you should do. But how does Atlas Thug not already know everything about me? Imagine if I don't understand what that fucking epistemology is. Of course he thinks that. I don't have the ego and hubris to think that everyone knows these fucking things about me.
If that's your misunderstanding, dog, get the fuck out of here. Like, what do you want from me? There's no viable path to the right for improving things. Exactly.
This is a very important question. What the fuck is that gulping sound? That is him gulping? Is that another tick? Notice how he's been streaming for a couple months now, and those things weren't there. His ticks are getting worse. You know how Pinocchio's nose grows when he lies? This motherfucker is a ticking time bomb, and I don't see how it ends well in any reality. Give me a simulacrum of all of the simulation of all the realities. I don't see one where it ends well.
And like, I'm sick of the fucking sectarianism, man. The reason why I wanted to do that.
What are those throat noises? Muscle memory, probably. Fellas are ready to go.
Event, and I'm so upset that event wasn't what I was promised it would be. That being a true bipartisan, a true sectarian event, or non-sectarian event, is the fact that that's what I desire. I'm sick of this like hypersectarianism. It's fucking stupid. I talk to young men. Yo, hold on. Yeah, yo, chill. Hold on. Hold on.
Does he? Okay. Who do you think? The young men he talks to are groypers, by the way. Okay. That's all. If he is talking to people in his day-to-day life, why would he give out his phone number for $20? That is discernment, fellas. That don't lead to anything good.
Chat. Whoa, pause. Resume. I talked to like disenfranchised young men who explain their.
I did nothing wrong.
That's funny. No, I talk to disenfranchised young men, and they like, yeah,
Groypers.
I understand the feel-good nature.
I'm sorry. Let me just try this out.
Franchised young men, and they like, yeah, I understand, and
we're gonna slow that down as much as humanly possible. It's almost like a slow motion of a hummingbird flapping its wings. Your eyes can't catch. I'm not joking. The twitches happen at lightning speed. Let's go for it.
Like, yeah. I understand.
Imagine he's interviewing you. He talked to Jake Shields, all right? Imagine you have that fucking Picasso on random Etch-a-Sketch fucking blinking at you constantly, and it's like, dude, fucking, can you put a can you go full Kanye and put out a fucking mask or something? This is unbelievably distracting. Like but it's incredibly imagine in person, you're trying to talk to someone about like deep politics when this is going on.
The feel-good nature of extremism. It feels good to be handed hatred. Hatred is a sin because it feels good. Hatred is a sin in the same way that sex is a sin because it feels good.
Is this true? Is hatred a sin because it feels good? Religious fellows in the chat. Is that why hate is bad, because it feels good? I'm a dog shit atheist, but that sounds odd to me.
justification. It feels good to hate. If you're a young white man in
Many times it feels bad to hate, and you can't help yourself from hating.
America, especially after the 10s era of woke and being so...
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of no's. Right. That's excellent. Right. That sounds right. That sounded off to me. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Ardy, just go to liturgy already. I have a liturgy pal, okay? He's further along in believing than I am. He lives close to me, and I'm going to go with him, okay? He's one of the fellas. We've been talking for a while. He randomly brought it up, and I'm like, "Yes, we will do that when we're both ready. We will elope when we are both ready. Give us a couple of weeks, okay?" You don't know how scary and weird it is, okay? I haven't thought about God in like 39 years, okay? I've just started thinking about God. A lot of my synapses are closed. Sorry, I'm a little slow.
disenfranchised by our system, it feels incredibly good to hate. Of course it does. I get it. I completely get it.
Here's the thing. This person says, also, hatred does not feel good at all. I guess what I feel when I'm making fun, I guess you can tell I don't hate the person, right? Like when I'm making fun of them, right? Oddly enough, I have this in one of the Hard R videos, one of the lore videos. I think it's from 2018, where I'm saying you can't out-hate the left. You have to love your enemy. You can't out-hate a hateful person. It's what I said as an atheist in 2018. Fellas, it's a weird journey, but it's coming to a head.
But this is not the way by which we should actually have pragmatic politics. If we try to rule based on emotion, how are we any better? If we try to rule based on our emotions, based on what feels good, it's hedonistic. That's wrong. We should not hate. That's ridiculous. And so when you understand...
He sounds like Daggett from the Angry Beavers.
And that, when you understand the concept here, okay, that hate is a sin. You should not hate. Hatred, when I say hatred,
we get it.
I mean like real visceral hatred for those based on immutable characteristics.
Real stuff.
That is sinful. That's sinful. That's wrong.
Yeah, I get it's sinful. Oh my God, look at this pause face. I get that it's sinful and it's wrong, but I can get along with and coexist with biological determinists. I have one that I talk to in back channels, okay? He very much likes my pro Eric Arval defenses in light of the Nick Fuentes thing. Here's the thing about Nick Fuentes too. He's talking about being pro-white. What pro-white Groypers talking about being pro-white is like Democrats talking about being pro-black. Okay? The Democrats act like they're pro-black to get your vote. The Groypers act like they're pro-white to get your view. Okay? Because what about the black Democrats that start to speak up? Well, they're no longer useful. What about the pro-white people that have pro-white organizations and none of them support the Groypers? What about them? Odd how you don't have the support of the white working man who has racial consciousness.
It's wrong. Like someone like Chud the Builder, whatever the fuck that is, that's not me. I never in my life want to be associated with whatever the fuck is going on with like Chud the Builder. I have no fucking interest in that. That's my problem. I don't like that. Keep that as far.
Same. I don't support what Chud the Builder does. I have comments on X that I can show you saying that like, fuck this guy. He's on like gambling sites now too. And he just invokes Christ. Hey, but he says Christ is king. So maybe we need a little more discernment than that.
Away from me as fucking possible. I have no interest in that. Running around calling people an N-word, just antagonizing blacks. Like, what is your problem? You fucking weirdo.
I get it. I understand it. I just don't agree with it.
No. And these people who want to like send black people to Africa, get the fuck, like, what do you?
My issue with Chud the Builder is he's a father. And in his GoFundMe, he has a picture of him and his kid there. And he's no longer with his wife. So, I mean, different if you don't have kids. If you're a father doing that and someone loses their father, because they're doing fuckboy shit in the street. That really is the most unethical part of that, I would say.
Talking about? What are you talking about? People who want to send good, upstanding, church-going, tax-paying, fucking like regular ass Mexican families, some of which you have lived here for like a very long time. Because like, let me note, half of the fucking country used to be Spain, used to be Mexico. These fucking people, they want them kicked out. To where?
Hot take: the oxymoron of honest governance and the transcendence of Christ's call for discipleship makes politics irrelevant. The world won't change, but we can point the individual to the king.
I'm not a monarchist, but I get what you're saying.
Did you hear those throat noises? What's he getting ready for? That's new, fellas, okay? He's not a monarchist. As you'll find out, though, he is an economic left-wing authoritarian, okay? But he's a centrist, and that's coming up.
I know I'm not arguing with you guys. Guys, my stream, I like to use the stream to rant about the world. You need to listen. Like this is the stream. The stream is where I rant about the world. If you want to, like, it is what it is. Everyone else gets an ethno state, but us, well, you want to, like, it is what it is.
I'm so sorry. I'm so unbelievably sorry. Fellas, hands that hurt in the chat, okay? I'm sorry I have to do this to you. Do you know how long I've looked at his ticks for? When am I going to show this to my mom on Mother's Day? Nobody wants it. I have no one else to show this to. Okay, so you're stuck here with me. Look at these fucking Hall of Fame crazy ticks. I don't know how they can get any crazier. Here's the issue. I understand looking up. I understand the sure, okay? Your tongue is coming out of your mouth like a fucking retard, okay? You're spitting on your face. Your nose is shooting into your tongue is shooting into your nostril, okay? It's unsanitary. That's too much. The tongue coming out is too much. Let's see that again in instant replay. Oh! 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 Is it right yet? Oh!
Everyone.
That is rough. And now, if we were introduced to Vrillium as tongue out retard, it would have been different, okay? But this is a new development, fellas.
Who else gets an ethno state but us? Well, here's the thing, though. Europe could be your ethno state. Like, that's what I don't.
Yeah, you could go to Europe, fellas. You like that one? Europe could be your ethno state. If you don't like it, go home to Europe. How do you like that one?
I don't understand. Like, America is not Europe. It's not. Like, if England said tomorrow, which it's becoming an incredibly popular position in England to say that they want remigration, most like English people, actual English people, those who are genetically related to me in many capacities, those people want remigration. They want like an England for the English, and that's fine. That's sovereignty.
Oh,
that
as
is
long
their
as you
right.
think it's
and honestly,
fine.
I hope that they do. I like the idea of being able to go to
It's okay, everybody. Vrillium thinks it's fine.
England and see English people. I like that. I want that. But America's not England. We're a fundamentally different thing. Fundamentally different thing. If I wanted to live around only other English people, only the white people, I would move to England and become the store's biggest fucking
William
guy.
out here building the red-brown coalition. Is this what SSRI consumption does to an MF?
That's pretty funny. I'll give you that. No, it's not the red-brown coalition because I'm not brown. And I don't want to talk to the Reds. I'm me. I'm a fucking American. Okay.
I'm me. Okay, I'm me.
Hey, all this shit. Fuck you. Like, I'm an American. Okay. I see young men starving and fucking dying in this country.
Oh, how lefty is this? This works on the left, Vrillium, okay? You would have to do this so much differently for it to work on the right.
Living in LinkedIn hell, never going to own a home, unmarried, without kids, wanting nothing more than simply to own a home, have a family, and live a peaceful life. That is what young men want. And it is not the station of young men to be political.
Yeah, hating people does nothing. Creating cultural expressions which animate people to act in better ways is the way to fix things.
Exactly. But no, you have to understand.
Exactly.
Okay?
I didn't listen to it.
No, America isn't an idea. It's not. It's bigger than that.
All right, fellas. America isn't an idea. It's bigger than that. What do we think? America isn't an idea. I'm with you. It's bigger than that. What is it?
It's not an idea.
Sure.
America, like it's grander than that in
Okay.
every capacity, because an idea suggests that it spawned from.
I love this. I love this. He reaches for his phone. First of all, fellas, don't have your phone in your pocket. If you're streaming, have it out. Make sure, don't have a mic stand like him. You're going to want a boom arm that's not touching the table that you're on. Listen right now. You hear it's not that like big giant boom sound. If your microphone stand is on the table, those vibrations are going to come up, and then you're going to get that boomy sound if like you hit anything. Your microphone, you want your microphone not touching anything. My phone is to the left of me. If something comes up, I can just glance at it and move on with what I'm doing. He has his phone in his pocket. It is his escape pod. Look at this. He's about to answer. You ready?
Idea. It's not. It's bigger than that. It's not an idea. America is like it's grander than that in every capacity.
It's
because an idea suggests that it spawned thin air.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here? An idea promotes, like, if to say that America is an idea promotes the idea that it spawned.
Where's the attention span? The fuck is going on here? I think your phone has an alert. Imagine that. Imagine if you're streaming and your phone, you can feel it in your pocket, all of the notifications and alerts going off. That would be very distracting, especially for a person like this.
From thin air, that it's nothing, that's meaningless. But no, it is a culture, it is a civilization. It is spawned in a perfect synthesis of the material conditions by which we live in. And
you talk about liturgy like a gay guy talking about it for the first time. You are going to have to shame me into going to liturgy, and stuff like that very much helps. What am I going to say? You're wrong? I'm going to say, nuh-uh, I was sounding straight about it. Anyway, me and my friend Bobby need to be ready. I can't fucking deny it.
And that which we aspire to.
Sorry for the continued glazing, but your articulation of what Kabbalah is a great contribution, and I hope you can.
Thank you. I do want to make more. I mean, Kabbalah is interesting. And thank you. I appreciate the super chat. God bless your total.
I've never said a single bad word about his edited videos.
Patriot. But yeah, I do want to. But no, here's the thing though. America, I mean, in some ways it is kind of like an experiment, but really the best way to describe it is that it is a culture, it's a civilization, it's the grand synthesis of everything.
It's the grand synthesis of everything. Fellas, thesis, antithesis, synthesis. It is the grand are we ready for the Marxist perspective, the Marxist America? Remind you, he was a part of the American Communist Party, which are like MAGA Marxists, okay? You know how there's Chinese socialism with Chinese characteristics? They're trying to do Marxism with American characteristics, okay? In that same vein. This demon is in him so deep, he got baptized and it fucking didn't move an inch.
That was right and good about European society, about Western society, taken to its logical conclusion and then created as a world stage to fucking change, fix, and like heal the fucking world, to do tikkun olam. But this is the idea. Okay?
He ended with repairing the world. What? He has one of the most incoherent political positions I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Nuji, rocket never. Wow. $5, thank you. No, Ardy, we really don't want to get a load of Vrillium. That's for the commie-troons he gets along with. And boy, oh boy, does he get along with them. Thank you. Matty Ice, $10, thank you. If you study the Moo stuff, as he has, and you come out being sympathetic to queer commie stuff, to me, that is basically you signing off on all of it. Right. Who looks at a monster and is a centrist? I know. When I found out he was an ortho bro, I was like, oh, cool. Excellent. And he's criticizing the Moos, and he's up and coming, and he's doing really well. I didn't think this was one of the options. So I'm sharing with you that this is one of the options. Very odd. Quagmire, $10, thank you. I like Hispanics. I really like Hispanics. Do you like them, Vrillium? Not like. That's how he talks. I'm so glad you're picking up on the perversely effeminate speech patterns. Let me grab $5. Give out your phone number for $20. That's definitely one way to run a bootleg OF. Nothing good can come from that. Leningrad, $2. Yeah, Stalin was a centrist too. Centrist commie. See? But technically, he said he was a centrist. Michael Allen, $10. Thank you so much. Without a deadly hate of that which threatens what we love, love is an empty word, a catchword for hippies, queers, and cowards, GLR. Absolutely. And that's why I love hearing Andrew Wilson say, I hate leftists, right? Should he say I hate moos? No, he shouldn't. You can hate leftists. You can hate commies. It's an excellent gateway to JQ, and the JQ is an excellent gateway to Christ. Ken, $10, thank you. Freeze frame game is top notch. Yeah, like I'm trying. Well, LMAO, or maybe it's Vrillium. I'm not that quick. It would be like catching a fly.
We are a nation that is not built upon one ethnicity. And so, yes, for like most of its history, all the ethnicities were European, of course. But now we live in a new world. Now we live in the post. Yeah, of course, America's a white culture. Of course it is. I never said it. Well, America is based exclusively a white culture. Exclusively a white culture. Of course it is.
Listen to how many times he repeats himself. This is what a child and fucking female does, dude. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, of course America's a white culture. Of course it is.
Okay.
I never said it. Well, America is based exclusively a white culture.
Right.
Exclusively.
Yes.
Exclusively a white culture.
Oh, we get it.
Oh, of course it is.
Oh my God.
They made cultural contributions, but they did that within a white societal framework.
This is why I have no desire to talk to him.
Does that mean that they necessitate that the people who live here, the people that can interface with that culture, be white? No.
Who is one left-winger or liberal you are willing to collab with? Also, thanks for putting me on Voce del Popolo.
Well, not Underground Canon anymore. Hold on, not Underground Canon. I switched companies. So now,
by the way, I don't know what he considers a collab to be. Oh, this is the new book place that's he's hyping. But like a collab, like, okay. Does that mean you both just appear on camera and it's recording? Is that what a collab is? Or are you doing collaborative content and not like antagonist or adversarial content? If two people are debating like viciously, I don't consider them to be necessarily collabing. Destiny collabed with Nick Fuentes when they hung out in the infamous Chicken and Waffles arc.
I said it before. I believe in culture more than I believe in things like race. I mean, we talked about this last night, that what young men...
So America's a white country, and he believes in culture more than he believes in race. I'm with you. Okay.
Want right now is that young men are faced with a plastic and disposable
a
world that fundamentally, or a society that fundamentally does not value them, that treats them as a burden. Men of all races in America are treated as a burden.
Very, very Groiper language. I've been in I've listened to the spaces, okay?
Especially white men, but men of all races in America are treated as a burden by this system. They're treated as an absolute waste of space, that they are a problem, that the innate characteristics of masculinity, of manhood, of their existence is the problem. This is how they are treated. And this is a society that is obviously led by an ethnic oligarchy, that oligarchy being Jay in nature. Now, what I care about is the notion of civilization and culture.
So sorry.
I'm
so sorry. I swear, I promise my mother raised me right. I just never listened to her. I swear. She did everything she could. I'm bad. She's good.
Care about...
Here we go. You ready? Eye roll, tongue, squint. Squint, squint.
Is the
notion turn it.
Of civilization
eyes up, twist it.
And...
Can we make some sort of, like Bop It game, Simon Says, where it's a combination of Mr. Potato Head and Bop It, and you have to do the correct dick?
Culture. See, there's what we're approaching here is a question of our age.
It's funny you say that about Americana being too.
That is true. That's actually fathers in that capacity. I think the founding fathers they were geniuses, and I think we should learn from them.
Now, unfortunately, it looks like, if you can believe it, Vrillium is having a little bit of a falling out with the... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, no. Got my times messed up. Hold on.
They were geniuses, and I think we should learn from them. No, I do. Like, are you guys stupid? I think a lot of you are not very smart. Like, look at this.
The Beardson's here. Here, let me give it to us. There we go.
Who really think that the solution to our problems are like basically bringing about like a some kind of fucking privatized segregation. Then they should be allowed to do that. If they have the means to do it, they can do that. What is going on in the chat? Are you people like, are you dumb? Like, bro, this...
Imagine if here, let me just look at the chat right now. Is this entertaining? You guys enjoying this? I'm just looking at the chat. but I bring up something from the chat and then talk about it. What are you guys saying? What's going on? Inside voice, Vrillium. It's impulse control, which is also like a godsend for a lol cow. Not all lol cows have Tourette's and have terrible impulse control. Find yourselves, settle down with a lol cow that has no impulse control. Oh,
This is why Palantir owns your life. Go back to talking about how white people should get over white identitarianism. What the fuck are you? Expose yourself as a grifter? Buddy, I've made it very clear from the fucking start that I don't subscribe to white nationalism. Show me one time in which
okay. Now,
that I don't.
I just want you to imagine, let's say he's in a court of law, okay? And let's say you're on the jury, all right? Would you think he's lying here when he says this?
Subscribe to white nationalism. Show me one time
You can't get it out.
which I've said this or proclaimed.
Oh, it's so special. There really is no one like Vrillium. No one, not even close.
Please. What is okay? Do I gotta like just start banning people? Man, I hate when I have to moderate. It's so annoying. It's like, bro, I'm trying to fucking stream, talk about shit. Why
Doesn't have a single mod. How you could okay. This is discernment, fellas. He doesn't have any mods in his chat. 100K subs. He's getting like 4, 5, 6, 700 people in his chat. Okay. Doesn't have a mod, and he'll give you his phone number for $20. Discernment, fellas. Okay. I don't know if everything's going well at the Vrillium household.
why are you talking to me? Okay, I don't even know what's going on there. That's a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of bots out because I've just been.
As a quick reminder, fellas, this is an unlisted stream. He wanted to tell everybody I was not right wing, and for some reason he unlisted it. I don't know what that reason is, and I don't have to know.
There's been a lot of like shit around my name for the past few days, and so it is what it is.
G and Vrillium, it's 3 a.m. here and I have exams today. Greetings and love from Czechia. P.S. I consider you now a brother cuz of your grandma. RIP.
Thank you, and I appreciate that, and thank you, and God bless you. Good luck. God bless on your exams. Wow, 3 a.m.
Also, I could do. Should I do it? I could add that in real quick. You guys have time? I have time. So, this is how I can search someone's YouTube channel for any keyword, okay? When he says, glory be to God.
Grateful. Glory be to God, and thank all of you. God.
He said, I've been showing these on the most recent videos. It feels like I'm really blowing up. And then he says, glory be to God.
Wealthy, glory be to God. But
my family's very wealthy. Glory be to God. I love when he chooses to say, glory be to God.
And I'm very proud of that. But it really was. Glory be to God.
Oh, Christ is risen. Okay. Glory be to God. That's a good one.
Do anything. So, glory be to God that we're doing.
Meta like nuked me from orbit, and now it doesn't do anything. So glory be to God. The vast majority of the time. The vast majority of the time. It is enriching himself.
Yeah, go to sleep, man. That's crazy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, is it a Beardson raid? Is that what it is? Did I like just get a spike in?
Is it a Beardson raid? Right now he's thinking, oh, Beardson still likes me. I just talked to him right after the America First United conference. We're still on good terms. We talked for 40 minutes.
Viewership? Is that what it is? Is Beardson streaming? Dude, I would talk to him. I texted him today. Because he was like going crazy in his stream, talking about like taking me down. And I was like, dude, I can talk to you. Like,
nobody wants to talk to you. Beardson has talked to I have listened to Beardson talk to Vrillium for over 2 hours at this point. They've talked plenty of times. Talking to you does nothing because nobody trusts what you're saying, Vrillium, because you will say something and you will do something completely different. Let's visit what's going on. What happened, Beardson? What happened to your boy? Can I full screen that? Come on, baby. I'm not getting started with shit, motherfucker. There it is. I boomered. Oops, boomered. Let's hear about Beardson. Talk about what his issue is with
My
Vrillium.
profile picture. Bro had to dig, by the way. That's not even me. That's not even my profile picture. Yeah, fuck this guy forever.
He did hit him with a saucy
Great to
picture
meet
of
him.
himself.
Texted a bunch.
To be
He's a
fair.
great guy, and so it was super nice to meet him. It was cool to meet other people. I got to meet some people who liked my videos because obviously there is like an audience overlap. I think that's undeniable. I imagine many of you. There's an undeniable audience overlap between all of these people because if you're into Jake Shields, you probably have seen Vrillium. If you're into Vrillium, you've probably seen Jake.
Excellent question. See how I'm reading the chat and I'm not letting you know I'm reading the chat. Now, this is pertinent to the stream. So he asks, who is Beardson? Beardson is, I think, one of the most popular groypers, I would say. I think he's been like a groyper for like 10 years. Like a groyper is a Nick Fuentes fan. So Beardson is very revered in the groyper community. Some would say he's possibly a groyper general. He's kind of like second in command under Nick. I don't know who else is a more popular groyper. Because Nick Fuentes isn't a groyper. A groyper is a fan of Nick Fuentes, as far as I know.
Shields and seen.
Oh, while we're here. Last remembrancer. 6 months, thank you. The artist formerly known as Vrillium, a.k.a. Will Sexton, if that is his real name, I bet it is, Michael Hensel, became a YouTube member. Stick around after this stream, which is probably going to end in like a half an hour. And then I'm going to do a members-only stream. And I'm going to get real cranky about groypers. I'm going to shit all the fuck over Beardson, okay? I have some points to make that I'm going to hide from everybody because I'm vindictive like a female. I'm just kidding. It's because there's a lot of language that I don't want public. If it's a members-only stream, then I can do spicier language. Leningrad, $5. Can you restart the stream so I can also 0.25x the part where you 0.25x it and zoom in on his nose hairs? Also, what's the name of that transcript site? It is filmot.com, which is what Spoon gave me that, by the way, when we were on good terms. Ancient Hybrid, $5, thank you. Mark, 1025. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God. That must mean God hates rich people, right? I believe what that means is that rich people would have to be a little more magnanimous and less selfish. It's easier to be more selfish when you have so many blessings all at once. So the more blessed that you are, the more you should share those blessings, while, of course, primarily taking of you, your family, and your community first before you take care of others, is how I interpret that.
Nick Fuentes. Like there's only so many people. And so then some of the people who were there helping with production, whatever, they knew me. And it was cool to meet them and cool to hear from them and talk to them and whatnot. And for all the people that I did meet, it was great to meet you. Wish we could have met under better circumstances. Now, Saturday, I head over and I had heard stirrings. Now, I wake up early.
Stirrings.
That's just how I am. I film all my videos like 6 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning. So I wake up early and immediately I'm seeing stirrings on X of this being a problem, of what I feared would happen here coming to fruition. People are seeing the name and groypers, like real dyed in the wool, like proper groyper types, like
who?
Beardson, Greg the Groyper. All
Bro, really? Okay, yeah, fuck this guy forever for using this picture, by the way. That's not even me. That's not even my profile picture. Yeah, fuck this guy forever. I do love this. This was definitely one of my... This is one of my absolute masterpieces, by all means, for sure.
Sure. Oh, boy. We are slow, aren't we? Okay.
Exactly. No.
Nearly all of them are right-wing. They are people who are in the general orbit and sphere of Nick Fuentes, with like a couple of Democrat politicians thrown.
No, they're not. Again, like, what are you talking? How? I'm sorry. How is somebody like Mike Reckenwald in the orbit or sphere of Nick Fuentes?
This is why I criticize Mentis Wave for trying to be like the authority on groypers, okay? It's the worst epistemology you can possibly take. Don't act like you know about the groypers. Don't speak on behalf of them. That's why I haven't done that. Now, are 100% of Groypers black and gay? Yes. Can I prove that scientifically? Well, I will after this stream and the members only stream.
Exactly. Dude, this guy's a fucking idiot, dude. Dude.
Yes, Beardson?
How is it that you've went through this whole weekend and you've heard all of the criticism that we have voiced over and over and over again, and you still somehow managed to say, oh, most of these people are in the sphere or orbit of Nick Fuentes? Like, this guy is a fucking idiot. I mean, really, truly, this guy is a fucking idiot.
What do you want him to do? What do you want me to do? And then he says that as he's lying and saying things that aren't true.
It's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy, Beardson.
Yeah,
agree.
Morgan Ariel in the orbiter sphere of Nick Fuentes. What are you talking about? Not even 50% of these people are in the orbiter sphere of Nick Fuentes. It's like,
right, America First United.
What are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. He just says shit like this. Like, he just doesn't know anything at all.
And a couple of like Muslim politicians, Muslim people thrown in. Like there's not a lot of people. There's only like a handful of speakers, I being one of them, and it is vast majority right-wing people, vast majority that side. And all of them, what we all had in common was the fact that on
by the way, the problem with the America First United event is that there were too many right-wing speakers. That's your beef? Your beef was there's too many right-wing people? This is what I'm saying. This guy's a fucking idiot, dude.
Acts that in the public realm were somewhat around the general Nick Fuentes sphere, that we have fans who would consider themselves Groypers. It is at that moment that
No. What are you talking about?
I fully realized that, oh, I see what's happening here. Listen, Amy's nice enough. I
enough?
don't want to like disparage her, but like I've said it.
That's what he said about the commie. She's nice enough. Come on, she's nice enough. What does that mean? There is nothing to Vrillium. There's also not really anything to Groypers, but there's also nothing to Vrillium.
For a couple times that
you don't want to disparage her. You've already leaked her text messages. Dude, this guy's dude, I cannot.
That is a good point. I don't want to disparage her. He leaked the text messages for no good reason.
I can't say what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say. This guy is a homosexual.
Isn't he on Kick? Isn't that like one of the points of being on Kick? Why doesn't he just stream on YouTube then? Why are you streaming on Kick if you can't say naughty words? Am I missing something there?
He is the strongest slur imaginable for a homosexual. I mean, just absolutely a treacherous homo, I think, is a great way to put it.
That is very, yeah. I would use that easily. A treacherous homo, absolutely.
Rhymes with maggot. Yeah. Rhymes with maggot, okay?
You can't say that on Kick?
For a long time was trying to present herself as, hi guys, I'm Amy the Groypat. Not I'm Amy Dangerfield, an individual with certain opinions.
So he knew this history where she's introducing herself as Amy the Groypat, and he's like, yeah, don't be bipartisan, right? She wears an America First hat, and you assume it's going to be bipartisan and populist.
And beliefs and yada, yada, yada. No, it's I'm Amy Dangerfield, the Groypat, the female representative of Nick Fuentes. That has been her bit for a while. I mean, if you go to her YouTube page, most of her thumbnails, she's wearing the hat, kind of just repeating the same talking points, several videos directly about Nick's streams. I mean, this is kind of her bit. And, you know, I can't
How could he have known? The event would have turned out this way.
I don't really know their historic opinion on her, but I always found it kind of weird. I was like, okay, I mean, maybe we should strive to be a little more original here, but if
now, this is a fine thing to comment on. Look, Ardy, if you're going to cover the Groypers, then touching the Ali Ahmed thing would be crucial. We have discussed that on stream. I like to criticize the things that nobody else is criticizing. Now, for example, I easily could have made videos about he used to be a troon. How about how Vrillium and all of the commie stuff he used to do. I said, nope, I'm going to be criticizing Vrillium post-baptism, which nobody else really does. They'll go back pre-baptism, and I go, well, that's not very fair. I like to find the things about someone that aren't being commented on.
That's your role. Play it. That's fine.
I would be completely okay with if being original means that you turn out to be Vrillium, then don't be original. Actually. I would much prefer somebody just go on YouTube
W.
absolutely one-to-one parrot Nick's talking points than to do whatever Vrillium's doing, which is like absolute
I like the letter W.
Okay. Like, can we keep it real? Let's keep it original. What? Let's take Nick's takes.
There's so many spaces in between him talking. Is this why people listen to my streams? The spaces are killing me. All right. Back to present day, okay? Now, who's ready? Who's ready to get this culture beaten into them? He's economically left wing. Let's hear how he implements his solutions for society.
Let me go to this.
Hey Vril, have you seen the real residential property prices for China? If you have, what do you think about it?
What? Real residential property prices for China. I'm gonna look that up. I know that like the statistic that I know off the top of my head is that like 70-something% of Chinese millennials own their homes. But granted, homeownership in China is like a cope. Like it's not, they don't actually own the house, but like it's like a whole thing. But what is it? Is it like super cheap? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
Pearson's not calling you. I think you're just trolling me.
No, nobody would ever troll you. You're untrollable.
You know, I like Beardson. I have no problem with Beardson, bro. I don't have a problem with him. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what he's.
He has a problem with you. He doesn't care if you have a problem with him. He has a problem with you. Okay? The Groypers don't really have a problem with me, though that's changing. I have a problem with them. Criticism oftentimes starts out as one way.
Mad about with me when I fucking made it very clear. Like, did he see like Amy's thing and thinks that that dispels anything that I said? I don't think it does. If Amy's weird, like 1 minute poorly edited thing really exposed me as some kind, I don't even know why I'm still talking about this, exposed me as some kind of liar, like I would have made a response to it, but I think it was just very clear.
What is that, dude?
I'm not tapped in. Dude, it's a whole fucking story. Anyways, hold on. I probably should. Oh yeah, my kick chat is off because of all this shit. But
he's so slurpy and goopy.
Oh well, yeah, I'm not
chuggy.
surprised their property value is lower. It's one of the big things their fucking government has been putting effort into is lowering the property value, like because they want more people to own.
It's so weird. He got like a second camera. This is a dog shit microphone. You never see a microphone like this. I don't know why he hasn't spent any money on a better microphone.
Own homes in the Chinese convention. So yeah, of course their property value went down. Our property value in America going up.
The issue with his audio, and I noticed this when I'm editing, it has a narrow vocal pattern. And this is for like a vocal performance. You want a podcast mic that has a wider pattern so you can move your face away from the microphone and it still picks up your audio.
It's not a good thing. Like that's a problem. When our property value is inflated right now. Like it's inflated. That's a bad thing. That's not good. It means that young people aren't owning homes. And when young people don't have homes, they don't start families. You need a home, a single family home to have a fucking family.
Right.
This is the problem.
Right.
Do you think we could achieve more cultural unity by cultivating a more unique linguistic identity and style of dress? Maybe we start dressing like Star Wars and speaking Old English or something.
That's funny. No, but we know what American culture is. We know what it is.
We know what American culture is. Put on your helmets, fellas.
It's hard to put into words because it's that transcendental, but we know what it is. There's a reason why when you see a whitewashed whatever, you say that. Because one, our culture is white, our culture is European, of course. And two, it's possible to put that in people. What I believe on a state level is that it should be beaten into people.
On a state level, it should be beaten into people, you might think. Based right-wing Vrillium, you're forgetting. He's economically left-wing, as I have covered, that he has said several times. So he's economically left-wing. He's an economic left-wing authoritarian. So like a Maoist?
Like I believe that it should be beaten into people, that like this assimilation idea, right? People say, oh, well, the people look at the material conditions of people like Hispanics, right?
Oh, they look at, that's what we do. Fellas, you ever look at the material conditions of Hispanics? Kind of broad, kind of vague. I'll try and follow that.
And say, oh, well, assimilation is impossible because look, they're not doing it. So that means they can't do it. No, they just choose not to do it. There's no fucking reason for them to do it. It is possible. You just have to make them. You have to beat them until they do it. Do you understand that? Like, you have to make them do it.
What, like a gulag? Okay. So then this sounds very authoritarian. So he's a centrist authoritarian. He's a centrist, authoritarian, orthodox Marxist. I don't know what you guys are confused about.
Like, you can have assimilated Hispanics. They just need to be forced into doing it. They have the capacity. IQ-wise, they're not that much different than us.
Uh-huh.
They're not. Like, they're not.
We just
like,
have to beat them into it?
Average IQ Mexico is what? It's like in the 90s, right?
How could
It's
you guys
95.51. And our average IQ...
Could you misinterpret what he's saying?
You know, sub-Saharan Africans, we're like, I think 10 points higher. That's not that much. They have the capacity to be assimilated.
Holy moly, fellas. This is such a good point that I didn't even consider. I don't know how I didn't connect these two dots. He said before that autocracy is just the future, and yet goes on and on about populism. Until one day I thought dictatorship of the proletariat. AVE-616, that is your idea. I'm stealing that. I'm carrying it forward. But that is how he gets there. Incredible. Incredible. You solved the puzzle. Excellent work. Fellas. Blue Lick, $5, thank you. Vrillium, I am not right-wing. 5 minutes later, also Vrillium, I am leaving the right. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of contradictory. This is why, fellas, I tend to like Andrew Wilson, because he's never he does not, I get, what, he's not known for being contradictory. He's known for saying things that people don't like in a way that people, like, he's rhetorically defective. He says the truth in a way that people don't enjoy. Of course I'm going to like him. I liked him well before I knew anything about orthodoxy as well. I've been led here by something. Leningrad. $5, thank you. For a guy who hangs out with Groypers all the time, a Groyper right-wing conference really seemed like a big surprise to him. Weird. Hey, man, what do you want me to do, man? What's your glitch? What do you want from me? I didn't know. Said the authoritarian. Saw on the lich. YouTube doesn't let me write what I want to say. Thank you. Much appreciated. Nick Nilsson, $5. Also, dude has Vrill in his screen name. Yeah. He's co-opting right-wing esoterica. Very nice, yeah. But is surprised/offended when people thought it was an Aryan right-wing Nazi type. F this LARPer. He doesn't know what he's doing. Tee-hee. It's like the female thing. He's like a dumb blonde, but a fat male blonde. Like, Vrillium, you're not hot enough to act like this, okay? And I say this to women as well, okay? You may have caught me saying it here and there. I'm like, sweetie, you're not hot enough to behave this way, okay? Calm down. Quagmire, $10, thank you. We know what American culture is. I know I can't describe it or put it into words or ascribe it to any race or people, but we know what it is, I promise. Yeah, and he is going to be working with Elijah Schaffer in the background. He is now over 110,000 subs on YouTube. He's exploding. And he's going to be appearing in places. He's already going to a conference. People are going to make the mistake of seeing his YouTube and go, oh, this guy's legit. And I'm going to be right there for it, fellas.
Problem is, we're not we're allowing the existence of Amerindian culture, which we should not do. We need to have a fucking crusade across the entirety of the Western Hemisphere, rooting out Amerindian culture. 1,000% full fucking stop. Aztec culture, Inca culture, that needs to be eradicated.
Oh, God!
The existence of Amerindian.
Look at that combo. What was that, like a 58x combo? Look at this combo. Holy shit. Okay, look at this chain. This is like playing Tony Hawk, and you link together, like, you know, you do a manual when you come down the ramp after you did like a 900 and you're keeping the combo alive. Look at this fucking chain.
Which we should not do.
Look it up. Lick it.
We
Stop
need
it. Stick
to
it.
have
Look up. Twist it.
Crusade across the entirety of the Western Hemisphere, rooting out Amerindian
Twist it. Lick it. Squint it. Extra blinkies.
1,000.
Sorry. I promise I was raised right. I promise you I was. Sorry, Mama. Sorry, this is what your boy turned into.
Full fucking stop. Aztec culture, Inca culture, that needs to be eradicated because it is a pagan culture. It is a godless culture. It's an innately degenerate culture. It needs to.
Listen, I understand the rejection of a pagan culture, but I also understand the acceptance of it if people are race first. I support people. I would say Christ first, race second. There's some people that are race first, Christ second. My favorite race first, Christ second people like Patriot Front, Return to the Land. They accept, where do you want pagans to go? They need somewhere to go. And they're like, hey, we're fine. We'll do Christianity in that because it comes from a European heritage, a European root. Okay, that's the rules that they set. They're abiding by those rules. They have their own private land. Why would I give a fuck? And if people are into that, I should support that. ReturnToTheLand.com. Fill out the fucking PMA. We've talked to Eric Arval. If you're into that, cool. Most people aren't, but they're building from the ground up. So why would you not support that? Now, this can't be a prescription in general. America First is looking for a prescription in general. Very confusing, especially when Groypers, 100% of them, act like gay, homosexual blacks. We're almost there. We're almost behind the paywall. You'll have to give me a 10-minute break before I do that. Let's close this out.
Fucking go. That's number one. By the way, that's what someone like Bukele is doing. Like, that's what Bukele does. Like, the narcos, that's Amerindian culture. You ask me, what is Amerindian culture? The cartel. Cutting people's heads off, this weird tribal affinity, marking yourself with ink. That's just Aztec. That's fucking Inca.
Like, a woman's hips can be hypnotizing. His ticks are so hypnotizing to me. The tongue, do you see what I'm saying about the tongue, right? And you can hear the when it comes out, it's right into the microphone.
Okay? That needs to be eradicated from Latin America, from the Western Hemisphere. Now, what you can then do is beat assimilation into these people. If you utilize the state, you can do that.
What do we mean exactly? Do we mean with propaganda? Do we mean with, I like that, Ardy, chill. No, you're getting it. You're getting the full throttle mouth noises, okay? I've had to listen to these. I've had to. I've chosen to. I've had to listen to these for hours and hours and hours, okay? I want you to feel. I want to go full Jigsaw from Saw. I want you to feel what I feel.
That it's possible.
I need Fist's baritone voice for that, or Atlas Thug's baritone voice for that.
Will, much love from Canada. It's good to see someone go in depth about the issues regarding migration without slipping into
Thank you, brother.
incel/Nazi territory.
Brother or woman, I don't know. I appreciate you. God bless.
A common misunderstanding. 11 recently came out with his BS quote about how homes are for living, not investing in. Yet 70% of people's money is invested in buying and speculation on these homes. It's why they have ghost cities.
I mean, I don't know. That's I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say maybe. Anyways,
Let me just clear this up very quickly. Arden Party, $2. Cheap ad. Find him on X at Arden Party. On Rumble, Arden Plays. Best mod in the game. Fight me. TNTG, $5. Bruh, I'm a Groyper. I thought we were chill defective. We are chill. Now, why would if I criticize Nick Fuentes in America First, and I get a swarm of exactly what you think Groypers are, okay? If I get a swarm of them lying about me, acting like I hate Nick Fuentes, acting like I've always hated Nick Fuentes, and then when I show these Groypers, that here's all the videos I've made supporting Nick Fuentes. Nope, you disagreed with Nick Fuentes. If you think I'm going to sit there and take that, well, now, I did have a conversation with two Groypers last night. Atlas Thugged, bless his heart for his future, and Tom Foe. I have clearly stated on stream, Tom Foe is friend, Atlas Thugged is friend, okay? I have clearly stated that. Now, obviously, I'm saying 100% of Groypers are black and gay. That's, on one hand, I love how Groypers can hear Nick Fuentes say the most ridiculous things possible about anybody. And then if I say 100% of Groypers are black and gay, they're like, wait a minute, that's my group. Yeah, I am being as outlandish. I'm being less outlandish than Nick Fuentes, okay? I have an issue with the constantly moving goalpost that is the America First movement and how it's only Nick Fuentes can have it. Okay. I don't think he's been a great representative. I find him to be duplicitous. And I find the Groypers to not really help the cultural cause of America First. They tend to act very like your main guy, Nick Fuentes, hangs out with Clavicular, who fucking owns an OnlyFans agency and a brown Muslim, Sneeko. Well, those are his friends, I'm told. He can hang out with them. Like, okay, well, then what is this culture that you're building with the America First movement? Is that like, who do you hang out with that's a white Christian? He was for the white. This is for behind the paywall. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. Dude, that's totally fucking Scavenge, dude. Dude, fucking Scavenge became a member kid. That's fucking awesome. Last remembrancer, $5. Thank you. Ardy, wasn't that a Shakira song? My ticks don't lie. I'm a hard to hear to high. Let's cap it off.
Pedro 234 says, I'm going to unsubscribe because you're a leftist. Your name is Pedro. You're not white. What are you talking?
I love this. Oh, I love this. He's accused of being a leftist, okay? He's accused of being a leftist. And his response is, you're brown, you idiot. I'm fighting for you, which is the most leftist thing a leftist can possibly say. Get a fucking load of this, dude.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say maybe. Anyways, what's up? Pedro 234 says, I'm going to unsubscribe because you're a leftist. Your name is Pedro. You're not white. What are you talking about? The things I'm saying benefit you, dumbass. Your name's...
Is there anything more leftist than shut up, brown person, and let me help you? How many memes are there of that? That's how much of a fucking leftist he is. You're brown, you fucking idiot. I'm helping you. Now shut the fuck up so I could beat some culture into you. You just talked about beating culture into the Browns. You can't write it. You can't write it. He should write for Sam Hyde, except just exist. And Sam Hyde can just observe him.
Pedro, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, I've had this happen several times where I say my ideas of politics transcending the 20th century understanding of race and going further into this concept of science and biological differences of race as it relates to culture. And I get brown people mad at me. It's like, my views are good for you. What are you talking about? Your name.
I'm lost. Did he just talk about beating the Browns into acting white? I mean, that's what I took away from it. When he says beat it into them, I just, could you imagine this person is like, you sound like an authoritarian leftist.
Name's Pedro. You're brown. Like, what? Like, like, you're brown. What do you want me, bro? It's so stupid.
Read Yalkut Shimoni on Knock 499, Talmud. Start from the year King Moshiach will be revealed, then link with Iran.
Yikes. Get that demon speak out of here. Now we're really going to cap it off. Because I'm capping off the pee that I have to take right now.
They are Europe. We are America. We have been separate for hundreds of years. Like, we're a different thing. If I wanted to be part of Europe, if I wanted to be European, I would move to Europe. I hope you get the Qatari bag, bro. Me too.
Now, there has to be a way to computer enhance what's on his phone. Oh no, my history's here. How did this happen? How did we get here? Oh, there it is. So, is there a way to not? So his phone is being shown, okay? Now, there has to be a way to see what's on his phone. He's looking at his phone on stream. There's got to be some autism that allows us to see what's on this phone. Yes, I do watch Who Are These podcasts. That is a massive motivation for cow crafting on the channel. Any cow that I'm observing links directly back to Stuttering John. I am a dabbler.
What is this? Sorry, I'm getting a very important
His phone.
Why should we have national loyalty if we are citizens of heaven?
Give me that phone.
Because his kingdom isn't of this world, and yet we live in the world.
It's almost there. He's almost showing what's on it.
So I'm getting a very important DM from someone with a lot of fucking followers.
Guys, I had to stop right now. I'm getting a really important message from somebody really important that's very popular.
Someone who all of you know. I have a guy DMing me right now who I need, like, very, very important that I respond to him. Anyways, I'm not going to reveal who, but we might do a collab, and that'll be like a big fucking deal.
Always with the collabs with this guy. We might collab, all right? Big things on the horizon. Always on the horizon.
Anyways, what did you say in the thing? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we live in the world. We live in the world.
Ah, yes.
We have to have nations on earth. Like, you understand, like, Christianity made it very clear that when Christ talks about the transcendental nature of the kingdom of God and the eternity of God and all that, like, it doesn't mean that we should all, like, jump off a bridge and just, like, end our lives. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that we should, like, you know, like, we're supposed to still, we live in the world, and we should aspire to beyond the world. We should aspire to get away from the flesh and to be sinless, but it's ultimately a fleeting thing. Hermeticism, which is
Now, I showed this to Fist earlier, and he's like, I only showed him like a 2-second clip where he says where he says what he's about to say. And he goes, well, he says Orthodox, but I don't know if he's talking about Christianity. Let's put this in its proper context and let me know if he's talking about Christianity.
that when Christ talks about the transcendental nature of the kingdom of God and the eternity of God and all that, like, it doesn't mean that we should all, like, jump off a bridge and just, like, end our lives. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that we should, like, you know, like, we're supposed to still, we live in the world.
Yes.
And we should aspire to beyond the world. We should aspire to get away from the flesh and to be sinless, but it's ultimately a fleeting thing. Hermeticism, which is a very Orthodox tradition.
Hermeticism is a very Orthodox tradition. Now, fellas, it did sound like he was talking about Christianity before he said that. So context clues would suggest that he is referencing Orthodox Christianity and linking that to Hermeticism. Let me know if I'm off.
World. And we should aspire to beyond the world. We should aspire to get away from the flesh and be sinless, but it's ultimately a fleeting thing. Hermeticism, which is a very Orthodox tradition, it's the greatest attempt at doing that. It's the greatest attempt at leaving behind the world. And yet even then, it's still not possible. Because
How is this motherfucker baptized?
only Christ can transcend in that way. And it is only in death that when we are reconciled with God, that we can then join in Christ's kingdom. And even then, he is still the King of Kings in the kingdom of heaven. This is the idea. We're not supposed to just give up on the world. That's why we're supposed to do good things.
There's people that aren't even fucking Christian in the chat being like, there's no way that's true.
In the world, we're not supposed to just give up on the world at large and just, like, fucking curl up in a ball and we starve, you know?
Yeah, it's like Hermeticism.
Hey, have a good day. It's nighttime here, but thank
Fellas, my bladder is about to explode. I'm going behind the paywall to really expound upon the points that I've made about America First and Groyper culture today. Okay? We have Las Ras became a YouTube member. Good job. Good job with that. Banana Kong, $5. If you want to see his DMs, you can just give him a 20, Ardy. Apparently. Fellas, give me like 10 or 15 minutes. You will get an alert. Dongus, 5. Paywall. That is right. There's going to be some spicy words that are said. I want you to see, mind you, this is Beardson. This isn't just a random Groyper, okay? No one's supposed to be a role model of behavior with the Groypers. There's no bar of behavior. But it's Christian, but there's no bar of behavior. And they act and sound like gay blacks, like the entire time. So my point is, like, what is this culture of America First? Well, your culture is what you actually put out into the world. And this is what they put out in the world. Dude, they N-bomb like 50 times. If it's a members-only stream, I can get away with language a lot more. And I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to sit there and edit all of those out. Okay, fellas? So see you behind the paywall in like 15 minutes. Be right back.